Cool. So, it's pretty much okay. Because last time, if you remember, the game crashed. But it's fine, because we were just about to leave. So now we can just leave. And hopefully the game doesn't crash again. I don't know why it crashed. It's done that before, though, hasn't it?
Not for me.
Oh. That's positive. Okay, we were gonna go science? Question mark? Oh, coffee. Okie dokie dokes. So... Oh no.
That's why Watson was watching.
Apparently, Watson.
This green grand mystic fellow seems rather suspicious, Holmes. What should we do next, Holmes?
Stop whatever it is you're doing. Toby,
Oh dear, Toby.
you
I
have
wasn't
my
aware
permission
that
to
you were
fight him.
Watson's new literary agent.
Watson's turned evil.
My analysis table.
Okay, I don't
It is
have any
useful
science
for
to
my
do,
work.
apparently.
Look at your thing, it'll tell you things.
Do I have any things to look up? Nope. Okay. Inspect buildings. Oh. Okay.
Go to your evidence tab. Okay, so you have nothing to evidence.
Nothing to evidence. Documents.
Yeah, those are just all those things.
Do.
Most of them is written.
I guess we're going back to the gardens then. I guess we could go ask them about stuff, because we did learn some things. Oh, actually, I guess, should I look at my brain goo? How do I access my brain goo? Brains! Okay. Syndicate thieves stole plants from the Kew Garden. Claiming that a number of these belonged to them, but they weren't, so then these would be this. Did we do this last time?
Yes.
Okay. Stole all but the deadly plants from the exhibition. Stole all the plants from the exhibition, including the deadly species. They could have used them. They could. But I don't think they did. The Syndicate killed Dunn. I don't think they did. Suspicious ingredients. It appears that the dead plants, the alkaloid, and the caterpillars are somehow connected. Poisoning. Set up the alkaloid from a chemical laboratory in the caterpillars and perform the experiment with the deadly plants. Oh, yeah, because we stole them. Okay. Able to locate 3 of the plants. Yeah, see, and that makes me think that those 3 are the ones, and the Syndicate didn't kill them. Because it wouldn't make sense unless
Perfect,
they found out
Watson.
about the opium.
We can begin our experiment.
That would be the only reason that the Syndicate would have to kill him, was if he knew about the opium.
I imagine that one of these plants would be capable of releasing a toxic
But they said they
vapor.
couldn't find
I
3.
need to
and
find
these are
out exactly
3.
how it could be done.
Now I'm
I shall
confused.
begin now. Watson,
These are
if
scary
you're at
looking
all
plants. I mean, the 2 on the
optimistic to
left
have
and the one on
dinner
the right
this
looks like a
then
weird
I'd recommend
pineapple.
that you put on the gas mask.
Yeah.
Just put the plant down.
I can't. Oh, there. Caterpillars. Oh. Oh, then. Oh. Oh, I skipped through that. Okay. Oh.
How interesting. What a strong and effective defensive mechanism.
Okay. These poor caterpillars. Okay, so that one doesn't do anything that we can see, whereas this one shoots spikes. And this one just eats things. Hello? You're creepy. It's like you saw it was over there. It's not even like it was on you. You just went for it. Okay, let's stop using those. Ooh. Oh, Okay, that makes you...
like that.
No, that
This
makes you
plant becomes
hibernate.
inactive after being drenched with alkaloid.
Okay.
This plant becomes inactive after being drenched with
Oh
alkaloid.
dear, is this one gonna release toxic fumes into the apartment and kill the bees?
It appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
Okay, so now if we feed it a caterpillar, what does it do? Ooh.
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. Perhaps if we agitate it to a greater extent whilst it is opened, it will reveal a little more. I am interested in what might occur if the prickly plant should shoot at it.
Okay, so that means I need to drench this one. Yeah, poke it with the giant pin.
No, seriously.
Can you?
Yeah.
It appears to open
But I
after
want to
being
shoot it
soaked
with the
alkaloid.
plant.
Poke it with the pin first.
But I want to
Poke
shoot...
it with the pin first!
Why?
Because then you'll get something for doing all of the science.
Stab.
It closed again. I believe I saw a small cloud of gas. I wonder what secrets this plant is hiding. I am interested in what...
Yes. Poke the other plants? Poke.
You gotta do all the science.
Ooh. He didn't like getting poked.
It appears to have fallen inactive after being disturbed.
Interesting.
Pretty though.
Ooh, this is gonna hurt. Oh.
My word. It shot a spike at me after I stabbed it with a pin. I imagined that its reaction would be ferocious.
What happened if we
increased the
shot it with
strength
a
of my
gun?
attack.
Okay, let's put the pin back. Okay, so we need to soak this one. Spike the plant science.
It
Then
appears to open after being soaked with alkaloid.
we have to put a caterpillar on this one so that Mr. Chompy eyeballs.
How interesting. What a strong and effective defensive mechanism. I am interested in what might occur if the prickly plant should shoot at it.
How do we do that? Oh, can I swap them? Swap. Oh, no, that won't work. Yes, okay, so I need to swap this one with this one. And then we're good. Okay, do this again. Are you still open?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Right, because nothing agitated you. Okay. Oh, climate change. Ooh, it released a big cloud of gas.
Toxic gas with spores.
Oh yeah, now the apartment's infected. Good work, Holmes. Hopefully you're wearing a mask.
The plants would be capable
Nope.
of killing
Okay.
only if they were directly next to the victim and
Ooh.
stimulated at precisely the right
And thus,
moment.
what about
Let us
Toby?
take our
Oh
caterpillar
Yeah,
no!
for the first minute I was
Colonial
convinced
collection.
we'd killed Toby.
Toby
see
must
things
be
more clearly.
dead!
No, Toby's fine.
It is too early,
That was
Watson.
my first
Our
thought
suspects
too.
will be there. Let us investigate Kew Gardens one more time and ask some questions.
Toby's fine.
Toby! Toby! Oh, he's
Oh
fine.
dear,
Okay,
Toby.
good. Oh, poor Toby. That could have been horrible. What? Holmes! Watson?
Watson's busy.
Watson? Are you coming, Watson? What are we up to? Okay, find out how to stimulate the deadly plants in the colonial collection. Alrighty, we could do that, I suppose. Yay, for making plants angry. We don't have any plants that get angry. We used to have a Venus flytrap. He was doing very well until I accidentally caught him the wrong way.
He's very
And then he died. I'd like to eat another one, because they're actually quite fun. Yeah, we tend not to keep toxic things because of the cats.
Except for hyacinths, because they smell nice.
But they keep out of reach. They're way up high. Alright, well, I feel like we should take one of these hazard suits if we're gonna go poke plants.
No, he's not going to.
No? Please take a hazard
Such
suit.
masks are generally worn when dealing with toxic chemicals.
Can we already... No? Okay. Fine. Apparently we want to die. I mean, we did inject ourselves with stuff earlier in the game, so...
You just drank it.
What?
And then you drank the...
Oh yeah, we drank the unknown substance. Holmes is just up for death at this point, apparently. Ooh, we get the fun music. Doom, doom, doom. Alright, you guys, where are you? Plants. Where? Hello?
These plants come from all the territories of the British Empire.
Why are we not doing things to you? No? What are we doing? I thought we were experimenting on them. Are we not experimenting on you? No? No? I thought we were. Are we not experimenting on them?
No.
Oh. Oh. Well, it said find out how to stimulate the deadly plants in the colonial collection.
And then below that?
Before performing the experiment. Oh, talk to the suspect about the day of... Oh. Maybe you should put that before. Yeah, dummies. I do like this music. Yeah, I want a room like this. I mean, it wouldn't be exactly like this.
I want a garden like this whole thing.
Yeah. Be epic. Dreams! Gotta have dreams, right? Alright.
Your father's death does seem highly suspicious. What were your movements here on that day?
Suspicious. Well, I was working in the seed house, taking care of Lysa, something, or Lear Pontus, or... No, wait. Ah, these Latin names. I spent so many hours trying to memorize them.
Did you see your father that day?
Yes, he came here with Mr. Hamish for his weekly visit. There was nothing unusual about that.
And then?
Nothing. They stepped out to the backyard. It was perhaps 20 minutes before 10 o'clock. Then about 10 minutes later, I saw my father heading for the dry tropics room while Mr. Hamish returned here.
And Mr. Hamish and Miss White, what were they both doing that morning?
Mr. Hamish visited me a couple of times. I also saw him returning from talking with Miss White, and that was at 10 minutes past 10. But then he ran back here to me to tell me that my father was feeling unwell. We hurried across to the water lily room, and I found my father lying dead on the floor. Oh my God.
Tell me, have you ever heard of the Divine Syndicate?
No, I cannot say that I have.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Interesting. So we have to go to talk to Yoda. Is he a suspect? Or is it just me and these guys? Oh, voice in my head.
Whatever you like.
Oh.
Are you aware of the
She's so
Divine
helpful.
Syndicate?
The Divine what? Is this a joke?
No, I am quite serious.
What a ridiculous name. Anyway, I have never heard of this syndicate.
Can you tell me if you saw Mr. Montague Dunn on the day of his death?
Yes, of course. I met him, and we went to see Albert, his son, at around 9:30. He appeared quite calm.
What were you doing on the morning of the accident?
After paying multiple visits to Albert, I had a little talk with Miss White. Then I returned to my desk to complete some paperwork. Suddenly I observed that Mr. Dunn was not feeling well, so I ran immediately to fetch Albert. I clearly remember that it was around 10:30, for I was late that morning.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish.
So he
We
couldn't
shall
have been
continue our
doing-
investigation.
The rounds. So one of the two of them is lying. But he would be able to see that he wasn't feeling well from his office because of this window. So that would make sense, that he would see him not feeling well, so then he would go get Albert, and then they would go in. So I'm more inclined to, I guess, him than Albert at this point? Maybe? I don't know. Hey, lady!
Can you tell me what Mr. Dunn was doing upon the day of his death?
I can, but there is nothing very special to say. I was in the laboratory when I saw Mr. Dunn heading towards me. Tuesday is the day of his weekly visit. It was supposed to be at 9, but he was 10 minutes late, as usual.
And then?
Well, he came in to say good morning. Then I saw him spend 2 or 3 minutes by the plants outside the laboratory. After that, he ran out in the direction of the nursery, where Mr. Hamish was working. He was always in a rush during the inspection, you see. I would pity anyone who stood in his way.
And that was the last time you saw him?
Yes. I stayed in the laboratory until 20 minutes to 11, when I heard the cries of Albert and Mr. Hamish from the large glass house. I joined them as soon as I could, for I knew that something must be very wrong.
What exactly were you doing in the laboratory?
I was recording an experiment for my thesis. I only stopped my work once when Mr. Hamish visited me briefly around 10 o'clock.
You say you were recording an experiment when the tragedy occurred. Might I listen to the roll?
Oh, certainly. Please do. You will find it in the laboratory. It is number 320.
Okie dokie.
The
I'll have to go
Divine
listen to that again,
Syndicate.
'cause I don't
Does that
remember
name
what
mean
it said.
anything to you, by any chance?
Not at all. But it is a very pretty name.
Frodo's making
Thank you,
notes.
miss.
Okay, let's go listen to that recording again. That miscolored door still bugs me. Okay. To the laboratorium. Okay, 320. We do not have a 320. Do we? Or is 320 in?
I don't hear anything.
Neither of these are 320.
Look to your left. Escape and look to your left.
Oh, here we go. Okay. There we go.
Here it is.
320. Alright. There we go.
These plants, classified as shrubs or grasses, have adapted to their arid environment due to a system of underground roots.
This recording seems very long. It is unnecessary to listen to all of it. Miss White was in the laboratory, as she told us.
Cool. Sounds good. Have I talked to all my suspects now, oh listy list? No.
Just be careful with the plants
Okay.
during your inspection.
So if I don't have to talk to him, then we'll go talk to Yoda.
Excuse me, but I have to tidy up this room.
Let's go talk to Yoda! Oh, Yoda! Alright, we got any more brain goo? Deadly precision. It was a complex process to prepare the deadly plants. The plant combination had to be placed close by the victim and triggered at the precise moment. Woo! Wee! Woo! Yoda! Is that all you do? You just live up here? When do you eat? When do you sleep?
Follow my path, and better you will fear.
Okay. Photosynthesis, dude? Are you a suspect?
Praise the grand tree. Praise it.
So then we've talked to everyone, have we not? Yeah. I guess.
Try going to click on the vent in the collection room again.
Oh, okay.
Because it should be wanting you to make a timer.
To the scene of the crime. Okay, so check the vent again. Oh yeah, there we go. Nope.
Use your imagination. There.
The smell is strong. It is
It's
a detergent.
or something. No?
No.
Yeah, because it should be wanting you to do another thing in there, and then it should be wanting you to.
I broke it, guys! I broke it! Oh, maybe go see if it wants me to take a look at that ventilation system again. Hello, cactuses. Maybe.
Maybe it wants to make a connection in your brain.
Maybe. But that's not them. Ow!
A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings.
Let's look in our brain. What's ambition?
Deadly precision and missing deadly plants.
Yeah, maybe. Ah, there we go. Alright, Divine Syndicate left the plants at Kew Gardens in order to murder Montague Dunn at a later date. Someone stole the deadly plants before the Divine Syndicate were able to. Probably.
And then you have to fix that.
Yeah, then I gotta fix this one. Okay. Yes. Looks like Mr. Dunn had a recent disagreement. Dunn was poisoned.
To people again? That way?
Maybe.
Poor Mr. Montague Dunn. It is so awful.
Okay.
So you've gotten everything in the office, you've gotten everything in the
Yeah.
nursery and the
You
seat.
saw the window.
We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
That. What more could it want? Yeah, we went and listened to that roll.
Just be careful with the plants during your inspection.
Anything in your
Excuse me,
evidence?
but I have to tidy up this room.
No? Just clear all those exclamation marks. Maybe I go talk to the plants now? But you'd think it would cross that off if I was done. I don't know.
not those plants. You don't have to talk to those plants. You just have to go do the little experiment over there. Put the caterpillar in the adventure. Try tea again? Anything? Just the detergent in the window.
These
Yeah.
windows were perfectly cleaned.
And we got all of these things last time.
Yeah. I mean, there is one room you still haven't gone in.
Oh? Where haven't we gone?
Underground?
There's only the room that we were told not to go into. I guess I could go into the room that I'm not supposed to go into. They told me not to go there. But I guess I could go there. Albert, I'm definitely not going in the room that you told me not to go into.
Did you find? Yeah, 'cause you found all the stuff in the office.
I think so.
And you did all the stuff in the lab.
Locked.
Holmes, Albert Dunn didn't give us the key to this door.
It does not matter. We will open it.
Ah, there we go. Get to do another one of these. Ooh, this one's got a lot of shifties. Okay, let's start with... Oh dear. Let's see. We can make some lines up here. Whee! Okay, so we only have the one hole. Which is a bit odd. This one doesn't move. Okay. Okay, this one will move into that. Oh! I see. So it needs to have something like that. Except that doesn't work for up there. There. Okay. Those two line up now. Yes. Okay. So then this one... No. Maybe this goes there? Yeah. So then we just need this one to go there. Ah! Getting good at those.
Open.
Open! We're using the force again. Hello!
Miss White's locker.
Jewel box.
These jewels must be worth a small fortune.
Yeah.
A vanity purse. It is of high quality.
Wow, she's a rich lady. Margaret, we were surprised to receive your letter. How could you think to ask us for money, after all these years that have passed since you left, and without any thought of us? You have never shared with us any detail of your success at the university, but you choose to do so now. We suppose you must be ashamed of us, for we are not from the same high class as your new friends. Yes, we are modest people, but you should learn to put your family first, as we at home have always done. And none of us ever compromised their reputation, as it appears you have already with your employer, Mr. Dunn. No, Margaret, it is you who makes us feel ashamed. Your parents. Nice. Dear Margaret, I know your financial troubles are overwhelming you at this present time. Please let me reassure you that I cannot permit you to remain in such a dilemma. I was born of wealthy family. I would consider it an honor if you would accept my help. Your devoted servant, Albert. Ooh. Interesting.
Apparently, Miss White is a capable student.
Yeah.
A draft of the letter that Miss White sent to her parents.
Ooh. That's it? Okay.
Martin Hamish's locker.
Photograph. Father
and I. Kew Gardens. A review on rare and exotic plants. Martin Hamish has written several pieces.
Mr. General Secretary, recent events unfolding at Kew Gardens oblige me to renew my application for the management position. As I have stated already in my previous letters, I believe that no one is better suited for the post. While Mr. Montague Dunn was alive, I understood your reservation to my suggestion. Your reasons were political, and I was happy to comply. But now the Kew Gardens lie in disorder. How can I stand by and allow it? How could I leave them in the hands of an inexperienced people with no motivation? I must urge you to cast your decision as a matter of urgency, so that I may devote myself entirely to the noble task ahead, and free my mind from this uncertainty.
Martin Hamish studied chemistry. Interesting.
I like the random stuff that they're keeping in their lockers.
Albert's locker.
Ship.
A rejection letter from the British Royal Naval College.
Oh. Royal Naval School of NCOs, Recruitment Centre, London. Sir, it is my regret to inform you that despite your excellent results within our entry examinations, we are unable to invite you into the Royal Navy School. Your father, Mr. Montague Dunn, has expressed his intentions to entrust to you the directorship of the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew, and it is clear that he has not released you for an entire year of naval training. Please accept our best wishes for your future at Kew Gardens. Yours faithfully, J.M. Lemachan, Director of the Royal Navy Training Centre. Ah, so that could be motive for murder.
Specialist articles on shipyards and ship construction.
If he's really into ship,
Albert
and
Dunn
not
has a
into
great passion
plants.
for shipbuilding and the sea.
But at the same time, he's now saying that it's his responsibility to do stuff. So...
A picture of Miss White and Albert in front of the University of London.
And they seem to get along.
You should read
Watson?
the letter to her parents because it closed before you could do that.
Watson? Oh, you're out there. I was like, I heard your voice, but I didn't see you. Oh, here we go. Dear Mother and Father, I'm writing this letter with reluctance to ask you for help. My studies and my housing costs have proven to be more expensive than I had anticipated. I fear, therefore, that I may not be able to manage in the long term. I know that we've had our disagreements in the past, but would you be so heartless as to allow your daughter to fail her studies due to lack of money? Margaret. Alright, now I can probably go talk to him again. Let's start with you. There we go. Now we can talk to them, so we just didn't go in the cloakroom before.
Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew Gardens?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
Photograph.
I do not think so. This photograph of you and your father at Kew Gardens suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell us more about your father.
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire. He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life. He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunn?
No, I couldn't say that. They expanded Kew Gardens together, that was all. And it was all my father's work, for Dunn always lived the high life.
So Mr. Dunn was not helping your father?
Oh yes, he provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens. Fame meant nothing to my father, so it was easy for Mr. Dunn to take all the credit.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish. We shall continue our investigation.
Okay, then we'll go talk to Albert. He's gonna probably yell at us because we went in the cloakroom, but
No, he doesn't even notice.
I perceive that you are passionate about the Royal Navy.
I mean, I guess we could have gotten that from his desk.
No, not really. I like ships, that is all.
Are you quite sure? You do not seem to be so interested in plants.
It's difficult, that's all. My future is here. It has never been about anything else.
And yet I know that the Royal Naval College rejected your application.
See that? He should think
you truly
that
are
we
as
were
clever
then.
as they say.
He just thinks we're
Yes, that's
Oh,
correct.
okay.
And in fact, my father was strongly against
Yep,
the
we're
idea.
just that clever.
He did his best to ruin my plans, although I almost did succeed. But my dreams were shattered, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you, young man. We shall see you again soon.
Oh, okay. Apparently
Everyone has gone,
I don't
Holmes.
have to
The way
talk
is
to Miss
clear.
White anymore. About anything. We don't care. Okay. F. Okay, so inhaled the spores. Tried to escape the room. Escape the room. Yes.
Q.
Q. Ooh. But if these plants were at the syndicate,
When Montague Dunn was standing close
it
by the
has to be
plants,
the syndicate.
the caterpillars were released and caused the
Oh,
deadly
okay.
spores to activate. Panicking, and likely already half asphyxiated, Montague Dunn started back and knocked over the bust. He rushed to the door, but it was locked. He had to force it open with his shoulder. We already know the outcome. Montague Dunn collapsed and died not far from the pool. Well, it is time to perform our experiment on the ventilation system.
Ooh. Science!
The caterpillars could only fall from the ventilation duct. Our caterpillars are in place. I'll activate the ventilation system so that they fall down. Watson, stay here and observe.
All right, Holmes.
Apparently,
Yeah, you have to click on it.
oh, but it's telling me to use my
Stay in T.
my me vision.
Yeah, stay in T.
Oh, it's just telling me where to go.
Yeah, it's
For
just
the
showing you where
ventilation system?
ventilation system is.
Oh. Ooh. Hello, cactuses. Ooh. Ooh. What's he gonna get rained on by power?
The power is on.
Starter.
The engine cannot be started
Oh.
whilst the transmission is active. The engine has started.
What?
The ventilation system is working.
Is Watson gonna get spewed on by caterpillars?
Follow the green lights.
Ooh. Bye. Ooh. Ooh.
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room. Excellent. This ventilation fan is working. Let us see if I can activate the other one.
Okay. Okay. Ah.
Perfect. Now I just need to find Watson to check the result.
Oh, I was just gonna open the window and look.
It works perfectly, Holmes. Bravo. Now, if you could just help me to get rid of these caterpillars.
I mean, they're just
Perfect.
caterpillars.
Now we know how the murder of Montague
I like
Dunn
their
was
little
carried
spiky
out
horns.
by activating both Albert's and Mr. Hamish's fans.
But only from Mr. Hamish's workplace would it be possible to see when Montague Dunn entered the Colonial Collection Room.
But he was late. But he also saw that his father was unwell? I don't know. What am I doing now? Rain goo? Okay. Oh, the game is crashing. Well.
Bye!
I guess the game is cutting me off again, so that'll have to wait till next time. So until then, thanks for joining me in Sherlock Holmes Crimes. I have no idea why it's doing that. That's so strange. Crimes and Punishments. But yeah, there you go. If you want to see the rest, you're gonna have to come back next week. I'm sorry guys, I have no idea why it's doing this. But anyways, have a good rest of your day. Goodbye!